I'm Chronix, and this is Crystal from the most extreme wrestling. And this is your John Morrison weekly update. That means wrestling.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's sign language. I said, from the most extreme wrestling.
Wow. You learned sign language.
Yes, I did. So if you can't, if you have a hearing problem,
You're gonna know most extreme wrestling.
Yeah, you'll know that part. That's all that matters, right? Now, some of our friends off of Twitter were at the Monday Night Raw in Philadelphia. Alright, it was Shoop Dancer 2404 from Melbourne, Australia. And if I said your name wrong, I'm sorry. And Film Jomo, that was in Philadelphia, from Philadelphia, and all that fun stuff.
Sophie made a noise.
Sophie, if you knock down that sign, this will be an issue. Because, see, a sign, that's about this episode. The sign, they took a sign. It was an innocent enough sign. It said,
"We will miss you, Jomo."
And that's all it said. It was written in marker. It was innocent enough. But no, as she goes to pull up the sign, they say...
The security guard came, and apparently, he didn't really want to take the sign away, probably because he thought it was stupid and didn't know what was going on. I'm just guessing. But since he just worked there. But he took the sign away because the big man upstairs said, "No sign."
No signs for John Morrison.
And then apparently they tried to wrestle away some little kid's sign because it had John Morrison on it, like it was a list of his favorite wrestlers or something.
Right.
But I don't know, her story made it sound like they were unsuccessful at taking the kid's sign away. I mean, maybe...
I think this was because she, with the "We Miss You Jomo" sign, was on television side, and they did not want that making television.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't know, that kid could have been on television side too. She didn't say.
Well,
I'm just saying, it might have been that his mom was, gonna kick their butts. It might have been that the guy just couldn't find it in his heart to wrestle a sign away from a crying kid.
Here's the thing.
I mean, I don't know.
If they're gonna, regulate the signs, why do they keep selling the merchandise?
Yeah, it's weird. Because they did say, they didn't make them, take off their shirts.
I know, they were wearing this shirt.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's good. We're not making people,
strip down
and strip.
And buy $24 other wrestling shirts. But see, this is the thing. They could go and buy a $24 John Morrison shirt because on WWE Shop, they're still selling that exact same shirt at full price. I mean, what's up with that?
Doesn't make sense.
It makes absolutely no sense at all. So, that was the Philadelphia Sign Police in full action.
Yeah, like 1984 up in here.
Anyways,
ridiculous.
The Power Slam magazine presents the top 50 professional wrestlers in the entire world. Not just WWE, TNA, Ring of Honor, the whole world. Mm-hmm. And John Morrison makes the top 50.
He just barely squeaked in there.
Barely squeaked in there at 49. And The Miz was 48, interestingly enough.
And Kenny King was 50. Just want you to know who's worse than John Morrison.
Yeah. But...
I don't even know who that is.
I don't either. I'm sure that he's a very good wrestler since he's on the top 50.
Guess so.
Now, speaking of The Miz was on this latest edition of SmackDown.
Okay.
The Miz comes out there and he's talking about all the people he beat, like R-Truth and John Morrison. And then they show the footage of John Morrison getting beat. Now, let me ask you this. If the entire point of the promo and him getting himself over is just to say, I'm a big... tough guy. I might be small, but I can hurt you. I can put the beat down on you. I'm dangerous. If that's the message they want to convey, why do they even need to bring up Morrison? If they're going to bury him and tell people that they can't bring signs that say John Morrison, then why put him in there? You have footage of The Miz beating so many people. He was WWE champion. He's beaten plenty of people, and he beat R-Truth into oblivion. So.
Oblivion?
Yes.
Okay. Oblivion is not a word. I just wanted to help you out there.
Well, according to Shane Douglas, it's a real word. But anyways, alright, so why? They have extended footage, libraries and libraries. Why show John Morrison? Why bring up his name? Why say his name every single episode of Raw and SmackDown?
It's weird and none of it makes sense.
But you can't bring his sign. This is just confusing. But you won't be seeing John Morrison on WWE TV anytime soon, at least. But you will be seeing him if you live in the New York, Queens area. March 10th, 2012, you will be signing autographs. So if you're in the area...
That's a really cute picture.
Well, that was when he was ECW champion. A lot of people would love to see John Morrison go back to those days because, well, he was on a much higher level, I guess you could say.
I just know that he's looking good in his white coat.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think that his newer coats are much better.
I mean, yeah, but the white coat offsets his nice tan. He's just looking good.
Well, if you say so.
I do say so.
Also,
you take that.
Also in California, right around where he lives, he was going to be doing autograph signings the day before the Elimination Chamber.
It's pretty awesome.
February 18th, 2012. And this is interesting because this will mark the very first Elimination Chamber ever. Elimination Chamber pay-per-view that John Morrison is not headlining.
Sure.
Interesting note. Alright. Also, if you want to see John Morrison, it's very interesting because I just got this new Blu-ray, the Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Bottom Line on the most popular superstar of all time, a DVD that I reviewed recently, and guess what? A plug. Guess what? You see John Morrison doing a recent interview talking about Stone Cold and Tough Enough and all that.
That's true.
And if you look hard enough,
you see him again.
You will see his face in 2004 being Johnny Blaze or Johnny Nitro or whatever he was at that very particular moment with Eric Bischoff. And I believe I even saw him on a special feature or two. So, believe it or not, John Morrison is on this release.
So he's going to be getting royalties from that.
Oh yeah, he's definitely going to be getting royalties. So, that has been your John Morrison Weekly Update, and we wish you a Merry Christmas.
Wait a minute. I'm Executive Vice President of Talent Relations and Interim General Manager of Raw. I would like to state that former WWE mid-carder John Morrison is a registered trademark of World Wrestling Entertainment, and we will not condone such videos. That being said, good tidings and great joy. I'm sure that you will enjoy the holiday much like John Morrison, at home and unemployed. I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas and to all of your other future holiday endeavors.